Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great day. It feels so good to be back at the range and reviewing guns again. Man, I missed it. What can I tell you? This is going to be the Geissele Super Duty 14.5 complete. Let's just take a look at this thing for a second. Yeah, just soak it all in. Okay, all right, we're back. This thing is gorgeous. This is a sneak peek. We are going to do an unboxing, and no, I have not shot this as of yet. We will be changing some things on this based upon the Geissele URGI 14.5, which I just reviewed recently. If you'd like to see a full review on that, I will drop a link in the description below. And if you guys like this content, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You guys will get notified of all my latest uploads as they come out. I really do appreciate it. Having said that, I do want to give a special thanks out to J&K Associates. I'm good friends with them, but as always, I have to notify you guys. Everything on my channel I purchase on my own, including all the ammunition, so there is no kickbacks. And if you're wondering, yes, eventually we are going to talk about this suppressor, what optics I'm going to use on this platform, and what I'm going to change. So as we move along, we'll be discussing that, and there will be some comparisons to the Geissele URGI build that I recently just did, because these are going to be very similar builds in their own. So guys, let's get to it. So this is the Lunar Black Geissele Super Duty 14.5 unboxing. Moving forward with the top assembly of your unboxing, you're going to receive standard foam in a honeycomb fashion. This is pretty typical with most packaging. And then your left hand side, your foam will be cut out. This is pretty sturdy, and though it seems something is plain and Jane, obviously it serves its purpose. So the firearm is going to move during shipment, and this is going to stop it from getting any more damage than it possibly could get. I highly doubt that anything's damaged, but these things do serve a purpose. That'll be on your left hand side and your right hand side. And then the firearm itself, I did cheat a little. It is already open slightly, and we will get to this in a moment. It looks like this is going to be the swag. So you'll receive some Geissele stickers. Hey, well, you know, can't get wrong with the Geissele stickers. We'll put this on the Pelican case. This is the first time I've seen a rifle cable lock in white, but it's going to have the Geissele label on the lock as well. I just think that's pretty cool. You can never have enough locks. Included are some more safety items. Once installed, this will let you know that there is not a round in the chamber. Again, we've already checked the firearm, so I know that everything's clear, so we're good to go on that. This will be your federal firearms license with everything signed off, and it will include its license number and expiration date. So this is pretty cool if they included this as well. And last but least, this is going to be the standard SOP for the Geissele Automatic Super Duty, and it is pretty big. Look at this. This is pretty awesome. So this is the first time I've received an SOP in a firearm this size. I do think it's pretty cool. They got the verbiage and obviously all the pictures in color as well. This is very well done. I really do like this. So if you have any questions as far as your firearm, I would read through this. To be honest with you, I'd read through this no matter what, just to make sure you're handling your firearm safely. And if anything comes up, you know how to clean it or fix your firearm as you proceed. But I just think this is pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't think you will have a problem reading this. In typical fashion, we're going to start from the rear and work our way forward. Geissele chose the enhanced B5 system stock mod. This is a very popular stock with a very generous cheek well, QD mount, and 2 options for your slings, and it's adjustable, of course. Now this is going to be personal preference of what you like. For me, I like to have a slim platform. I don't like something as bulky as this, so I chose the Magpul SLK stock that I will be replacing this with. Case in point, that is what I chose on the 14.5 URGI build. And as you can tell, cheek well is a little more slimmer. If you're wondering what these are Ranger bands. These are lifesavers. This could be the difference between life and death while you're stowing away your rifle, whether it's inside of a vehicle, inside of a police vehicle, or whatever it may be. If you'd like to see a full review on this, again, link in the description below and I'll explain everything about this. But we will be using Ranger bands with this stock on this platform as well. Working our way to the castle nut, it is staked in 2 locations, on your left side and on your right. With Geissele winning the bid with the USOC program, they decided to use the same airborne charging handle from the URGI platform. This is a slimline ambidextrous with a lip in the back. This is specifically designed for suppress. So far, with my experience shooting roughly about 400 rounds through the URGI, the gases were very minimal when you're shooting suppress. So all I can say is, as of right now, it works pretty well. They also wanted a slim profile, so if you're wearing kit, nothing will get snagged. Obviously, it says airborne, so with the USOC program, if they are doing some type of mission, the last thing they want to do is have anything snag on their kit as well. So, getting used to this so far, I have no complaints. I really do think you guys are going to like this. In reference to the buffer, Geissele is using their proprietary Super 42 H2 buffer. I can't say anything about it as of yet because I've never had a problem with any type of buffer springs in any of my platforms. But I would assume that the longevity of it will enhance. Therefore, it should last a lot longer, but only time will tell. I will definitely keep you guys posted. Working our way to the lower, this is Geissele's grip. It does feel pretty good, and it does have a very noticeable texture. But in all my builds, I like the Magpul K2. Case in point, I'm using the Magpul K2 grip on my URGI build, and as you can see, there is a big difference between the angles. I like this more straight down, kind of like a 1911 style, if you could even say that with the AR, but that is just a little bit too far out there for me. This is the Magpul K2, as I mentioned before. I use these storage compartments, and what I have in here depends on my setup. So for this particular setup, this is where I have my extra range bands at. I mentioned these before. Use these to stow away your sling or to hold on to your pressure switches or what have you. I keep these in a plastic bag inside the grip, also with a few Allen wrenches or anything else I need for this rifle setup. So that is what I'll be doing for this setup as well when I replace this grip. Working our way to the lower, this is going to be a precision match 7075 T6 aluminum with a ambi switch. I'd prefer to have my switch at a 45, but this is what it came with, and they do have an extended mag release. This is pretty handy, so if you're doing quick loads, you know, slap it, you're good to go. But that is pretty aggressive. I really do like the fact that they add this. Now the question is this going to snag on your kit? I don't think it will. I do like the design of that. This is going to be one of many things that Geissele does so well. We're going to take a look at this trigger, but they're calling it the SSAE-X with a lightning bow. So it's supposed to be a mix between a classic M4 design and a flat body trigger, which I do appreciate. So flat face triggers, I thought I was going to like those. I think they have a 3G version, which is a flat face, but after shooting for a while, I prefer more of a bow type design on the bottom, and I don't like them really thin. So in this case, it does, look at that, it is pretty thick. So we're gonna have to do a trigger pull on this and see what it is. My guess is it's probably about a 3-pound pull, somewhere around there. Here's your first stage. Wow, it does not come across camera of how smooth this is, but if you ever shot a Geissele, you definitely get it. But there's your wall. Next to nothing. Wow. And wow. Let's do this one more time. Take up. And there's your break. Jeez. Yeah, as you can expect, Geissele's triggers are top notch. Geissele is calling this the Reliability Enhanced BCG. From what I've seen so far, these BCGs are pretty nice. Obviously, we're gonna find out how well they hold up. After a few thousand rounds, I will keep you guys posted. I'm definitely looking forward to putting rounds through this gun. But this is going to come with their nano coating. It's chrome line and nano coating on the gas key. And this is going to be made from Carpenter 158 forged, which is pretty phenomenal that they went this far on their BCG. Supposedly, it's 5 times stronger than a mil spec. How am I going to test that? I don't know. I don't have that much ammo. But if they're saying this, I will just have to hold them to their word and find out down the road. With Geissele winning the bid for the USOC program, they chose a nomenclature of Mark 16, which has been identified for these particular rails. These rails will be used for the USOC program and also are going to be used through Geissele's platforms as well, including the Super Duty 14.5. This is slightly different than the URGI rail. The anti-rotation tabs are located on both sides of the UGRI, and in this case, they're going to be located on the very top. Now, working our way over to the QD mount, you're going to see something that's a little bit different that I have yet to see on any kind of Geissele platforms as of yet. So I didn't see this on a URGI, but what I understand, they inserted this little stainless steel tab. So when you do your QD, it rises up just a little and allows it to rotate without hitting your rail. In addition to this rail, the airborne charging handle is also used for the USOC program. So there's a couple of different variances of what's going to be used. I'm really curious to see what other agencies might apply the Super Duty platform. That is going to be very interesting. So I do wish Geissele all the best, and hopefully they do win some more bids, because in my opinion, it's well deserved. Working our way to the heart of the barrel, this is the Geissele Super Compact Bomb-Proof Gas Block. And yes, that's a handful to say. This is a low profile and it is pinned. If anything does happen to this gas block, or if it ever does come loose, I would dare assume you've got bigger things to worry about than this gas block. I'm sure this is pretty close to the UGRI, or if not, it's identical to the URGI gas block. And this is not clone correct, if anybody's wondering. Then again, this is not a clone build. This is one of many reasons why I chose this complete assembly. Shooting suppress might be a big deal for some of you, and for some of you it may not be. If you want to decide what kind of suppressor you want, because that flash hider is most likely with a 14.5 going to be pinned and welded, therefore you can't take it off. This one is designed specifically for shortfire, so I'll be using the RC2 suppressor, which is a quick attach. And it's that easy. So that is definitely something you guys want to think about when you're choosing which platform you want to use. But the RC2 so far works pretty good. With the URGI build, this thing shot perfect as expected, no problems whatsoever. So we'll see how this shoots in the future. There will be a full review on this come very soon, where we'll be doing the first mag impressions and go further in detail as to how everything's coming along. With a price point right around $1,900 just for the rifle, it better be shooting good, right? That's what some would assume. But with Geissele, I don't think you're going to doubt that whatsoever. Working our way to the barrel, this is going to be a Cold Hammer Forge 14.5. And this is built in-house along with the rest of the firearm, except for the furniture, of course. This has been MP coated. This is also chrome lined with a 1-in-7 twist. But if it shoots anything like the URGI, which I believe are identical barrels, I have no doubt it's going to shoot phenomenal. Again, we'll do a full review and we'll confirm that very, very soon. Lastly, the Super Duty 14.5 does not come with any kind of iron sights. For some of you that might be a big deal, and for some of you that may not be. So guys, give me your thoughts. If you had this 14.5, what optic would you use on this? Which iron sights would you use? Or would you just go with a red dot? I do have a few optics sitting here right now. I pretty much have nailed it down to one, but let me show you two options that I'm thinking of. The traditional ACOG, I know a lot of people think these are outdated, but let me tell you, in my opinion, for 14.5, for what I want, this is right around one of the best ones so far, if not the best in my opinion. With tritium and the fiber optic and not using batteries, and some of the best glass I've ever seen, and you can reach out to 500 yards, though it's hard to identify something out to 500 yards other than a target. These are one of the best in my opinion, which leads me to, which probably some of you guys are thinking about, I'm going to go with the Gen 3 Vortex HD razor, and this is a 1-to-10. And if you're wondering what kind of mount this is a Badger Ordnance 1.7, lower 1/3, if anybody's wondering. So I will be doing a full review of this later on. And again, when we do the full review on this 14.5 of this will be on there. We'll see how it shoots, and we will go from there. This concludes this review. I hope I provided you guys some useful information. And if you like this content, as usual, like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell. It'll notify you guys when I get my latest uploads. Have a great night, and I will see you at the next one.